Good day, students. Welcome to Mathgotserved.com. And this clip we're going to be going over section 3.2a of our virtual geometry text on triangles. We're going to be looking at how to solve triangles using the Triangle Sum Theorem. We're going to be taking a look at problems such as this. You're to solve for x in a triangle where you're given two measures and the third measure as an algebraic expression. Don't forget, we have 6 practice problems at the end of this presentation that I would like you to try out in order to let us know how well you master the contents of this presentation. Don't forget, we have the entire course list for Algebra 1 Geometry, Algebra 2 Pre-Calc and Calc in the links below. Do check it out or visit our website at mathgotserved.com for that information. To get us started, let's take a look at the theorem that's going to be guiding our problem solving process today. It's the Triangle Sum Theorem. And the Triangle Sum Theorem just basically states that the sum of the interior angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. As you can see illustrated here, the sum of angle A, B, and C is 180 degrees. If you'd like to gain access to all the must-know geometry formulas, vocab, and theorem, just go to mathgotserved.com under Geometry. Now let's take a look at some practice problems. Okay, so the instructions for the problems that we are going to be working on in this tutorial are basically for us to solve for x. Okay, all right, so for question number 1, let's say we have this triangle right here, and this is 72 degrees. The measure up here is x plus 70, and the measure down here is 48 degrees. All right, so let's go ahead and solve for x. All right, so we're going to start using the triangle angle sum theorem. What does the triangle sum theorem tell us? Well, it tells us that if we add the 3 angles, so if we add 72 plus x plus 70 plus 48, that is going to give us 180 degrees. So applying the triangle sum theorem to this geometric figure, this triangle, we are left with a resulting algebraic equation. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and solve this equation for x. Let's start off by combining like terms on the left side of the equation. So we have only one variable in x, so bring that down, plus, and then if you notice we have 3 constants on the left side, 72, 70, and 48. If we add those 3 together, that's going to give us 190, and that is equal to 180. Now to get x by itself, we're just going to subtract 190 from both sides. Remember, the inverse of addition is subtraction. We learned that in Algebra 1. So if we subtract 190 from both sides, that will result in the isolation of x, and we'll have our final answer. X is equal to, now the signs are different, so you subtract and keep the sign of the bigger. X is equal to negative 10. All right, let's take a look at problem 2. So for question 2, we're still solving for x. Let's say we have the following measures. This angle here is 34, this is 62, and this is 6x plus 12. All right, so let's go ahead and solve this. We'll start off by applying the triangle sum theorem here. So we know that the sum of the 3 interior angles, the sum of 34, 62, and 6x plus 12 is equal to 180 according to the triangle sum theorem. All right, so now we're just going to solve this algebraic equation like we did for number 1. So we have only one constant in the variable x. So we have one variable, 6x. And then we have 3 constants on the left side, 34, 62, and 12. So we just go ahead and combine those together. If we add those 3 constants together, that's going to give us 108. So plus 108 is equal to 180. Now we're going to get x isolated. To do that, we'll subtract 108 from both sides and divide the resulting equation by 6. All right, so let's go ahead and subtract 108 from both sides of the equation. This adds up to 0. So we have 6x is equal to 72. And if we divide both sides by 6, we're dividing because the relationship between x and 6 is multiplication, right? So divide both sides by 6, and that will result in the isolation of x. 6 goes into 7 once, 6 goes into 12 two times. So the answer to number 2 is x equals 12. All right, we have 2 more problems that we're going to do, and then we'll give you an opportunity to do some practice problems to let us know how well you've mastered the Triangle Sum Theorem, okay? All right, so let's say we have a situation like this for number 3, 60 degrees, and we have that angle there, plus 35. Okay, so let's start off by applying the Triangle Sum Theorem to this scenario, to this triangle. So we have 60 plus. Now what is this angle here? This is a right angle, okay? This is the symbol for right angle. So that means this is 90 degrees. So 60 plus 90 plus x plus 35 is equal to 180 degrees. Alrighty, so let's solve this resulting algebraic equation. We have only one variable, x in the first degree, plus, and then we're going to combine the constants, 60, 90, and 35. If we add those together, we're going to get 100. Let's change the color of that. It's going to be 60 plus 90 is 150 plus 35 is 185 equals 180. To get x by itself, we're going to go ahead and subtract 185 from both sides of the equation. Then subtracting that, that will give us our final answer. X isolated, x is equal to 180 minus 185. Subtract and keep the sign of the bigger. -5 is the value of x in this setup that we have here for number 3. All right, one more, number 4. Let's say we have, this is 82 degrees, this is 56, and this is x plus 49. Let's go ahead and solve this for x. So using the Triangle Sum Theorem, we have 82 plus 56 plus x plus the quantity x plus 49 equals 180. All right, we're going to combine like terms, all right? So we just have one variable, x in the first degree, and then we're going to add the constants. We're going to add 82 plus 56 plus 49. If we add all that together, that's going to give us 187. 187 plus, is equal to 180. So we have 187 is equal to 180. And then to get x isolated, we're just going to go ahead and subtract 187 from both sides of the equation. That will result in the isolation of x, which is our final answer. We're going to have x is equal to -7 degrees. And that is that for question number 4. Welcome back. All right, so now we have 6 practice problems we'd like you to try out. The instructions are the same as before. I would like you to solve for x. When you're done, click on the play button, and then we'll show you what the answers are. All right, so go ahead and pause the video presentation at this time, try the problems, and come back to check the answer. Welcome back. So hopefully you had a chance to try these problems. Let's take a look at what the solutions are. So for the first one, for number 1, x is 12. Number 2, x is -2. Number 3, x is 5. For number 4, x is 4. For number 5, x is -4. And for number 6, x is 0. All right, so how well did you do in these practice problems? Let us know in the comment section below what you scored. And if you have any questions about this or what we went over in the tutorial, just let us know and we'll be more than glad to support you. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this presentation. If you found the contents of this tutorial helpful in your studies of geometry, do give us a like or a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And if you like access to tons of support resources, do visit our website at mathgotserved.com. Thanks again for watching and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.